Hey there, this is LaQuita with QuitaBugHandmades.com, and thank you so much for joining me today for another Stampin' Up! Tutorial. I am so excited to share today's project. It features one of my absolute favorite stamp sets from our current annual catalog. I am so sad to say that the retirement list has been released and this is on the list. I don't know if it's even still available. Items are going so quickly on that list and it's only been out for a few hours. I'm filming this video on April the 10th and already so many things are gone. So if you are interested in any of the retiring items, I will have the PDF available over on today's coordinating blog post where you can see the full list of everything that's retiring. So just click down below the video where it says blog post, click the link next to that, and that will take you over to my blog so that you can see that retiring list. So anyways, this is a tribute to this stamp set, today's project. I just love this set, so I'm sad to see it go, but I will be keeping it in case I want to use it in the future for personal projects. Anyways, so let me show you what today's project looks like. So today I have another super cute note card set to share with you. I love how these cards turned out, and they feature Real Red, Old Olive, as well as Peekaboo Peach. Love, love, love this super cute note card set. So let's go ahead and get started, and I will show you how quick and easy this set comes together. So to make today's cards, we are using Stampin' Up's Whisper White note cards and envelopes. When you order these, you get 20 note cards and envelopes in this set, and they are already scored for you, which is pretty awesome. I love these. All right, so we're gonna be using the Stampin' Up! Piercing mat. These images are photopolymer, and they seem to stamp better with that. And I'm also gonna bring in some grid paper because we are going to stamp off. I've got a scratch piece of Whisper White here, and I believe we're gonna be able to get all 3 images stamped on this one piece. All right, so to stamp our peach, we're gonna use Pumpkin Pie, Peekaboo Peach, and Cucumber Crush ink. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get all of my ink pads opened up. And I'm putting them in order of how I'm gonna use them. So I've got Peekaboo Peach, Pumpkin Pie, and Cucumber Crush here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the Peekaboo Peach, ink up my peach, stamp off, and then I'm going to stamp on. Okay. Then the outline of the peach will be in Pumpkin Pie. Try not to get ink in the center there of your peach outline. Let's see. I think I have to stamp this right about here. Hopefully that's lined up. I don't think it is. Whoop! So we'll just rotate that around. All right, so I just stamped that again, and that is much better. Okay, so now we can go ahead and we're gonna stamp the leaf and stem. So I'm just gonna ink that up in Cucumber Crush, stamp it off, and stamp it on here. Okay, and then the outline will do full strength in Cucumber Crush. Okay, there we go. All right, so now I'm bringing in my Real Red ink, and we're gonna stamp the strawberry, and I've kept out my Cucumber Crush ink for the stem of the strawberry. So let's start with the solid image here of the strawberry. So I'm gonna ink that up in Real Red, stamp off. I'm actually gonna put the strawberry over here. I think it'll fit. Okay. Whoop. And then I'll do the outline full strength Real Red. Kind of got ink in the middle. Oh, okay, I did a good job. And then the top, the solid leaf image will be stamped off in Cucumber Crush. Okay, and then the outline image will be full strength Cucumber Crush. Okay. Okay, so for the pear stem, I'm bringing in Soft Suede, and then Old Olive for the pear outline, and then Pear Pizzazz for the solid image. So let's start with the solid image in the Pear Pizzazz. Ink it up, stamp it off. Okay, and stamp it on. All right, now the outline in Old Olive, we'll just stamp that on. Hopefully that's lined up. Okay, then the leaf and stem, soft suede, stamp it off, and then stamp it on, and then the outline image, and hopefully I can line this up. Ooh. Okay, that's all right. Kind of got a little mess up there, but that's okay. Okay, so now for my sentiment, I've got a 1/2 inch strip of Whisper White here, and I'm going to bring in my basic black archival ink, and I'm going to ink up this thank you, and I'm going to stamp this off to the right in the center, I hope. Let's see how that looks. Okay, that looks pretty good, and then I'm going to slide this down and stamp the happy birthday on the left hand side. Stamp it right about there. Okay, looks good. Okay, and lastly, I've got the I'm here for you sentiment, and we will just stamp that, let's see, over here off to the right in the center. Okay, that looks great. All right, so I've got my magnetic platform here, one cutting plate, and then I'm going to lay down our stamped images, and we are going to use the stitched shape framelits to die cut our stamped images. And I have selected sizes that are very tight on the stamped image. So on this pair, part of that might get cut off by the oval, but I'm okay with that. I really like how it looks on the project, on the note cards. So it's nice and tight. Okay, so let's add a cutting plate to the top. I'm gonna bring in my Big Shot and we will run this through. All right, so I've got my Big Shot. I'm gonna slide this in and we'll crank it through. Okay, so let's just pop all of these out. Oop, so there's our cute little strawberry. Isn't that adorable? And then let's see. Press this down. There we go. There's our super cute peach. Love it. And now for the pear. Oh, we actually didn't cut off too much, just a little bit. And there's our little pear. You can see the stitch lines. I love these stitched shapes. Alrighty. All right, so now we're going to use our layering ovals as well as some of the layering circles to cut out a scalloped layer for each of our images here. So I'm just going to line this up. There we go. And I'm going to use the smallest scallop for my Real Red, this one for my Peekaboo Peach, and then the oval for my Pear Pizzazz. Put another cutting plate on top, and we'll run this through the Big Shot. All right, so now that we've got all of our shapes cut out, I'm just gonna bring in my Fast Fuse and add all of my shapes onto their coordinating scallop. All right, so now I've got my 3 Whisper White card bases, my note cards, and then I've got 3 pieces of Designer Series paper. This is Peekaboo Peach from the 2016-2018 in color Designer Series paper stack. Then I've got Real Red and Old Olive, and these are from the Brights Designer Series paper collection, and all 3 of these are cut at 2 inches by 5 inches. All right, so I've gone ahead and scored all 3 of my card bases, and now what I'm gonna do is just use my Fast Fuse to adhere these designer paper pieces onto the left side of each of my note cards. All right, so I've got all of my designer paper layers added on, and I've gone ahead and I've cut down each of my sentiments, and I've also bannered each end, and I bannered the ends using my triple banner punch or banner triple punch. So I've got some solid basic black baker's twine here. I'm going to go ahead and add my baker's twine onto each of these note cards, and I'm going to wrap it around each note card twice, just like this. Snip the end, and then I want it to be sort of off to the left here. And then what I'm going to do is take it and tie it in a very simple bow. Okay. Okay, so just like that, and then all you have to do is take your scissors and trim down those ends, and then you've got a cute little bow. Isn't that so cute? I love it, on your card. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that to my other two note cards as well. All right, so I've got all of my basic black bows tied onto my card bases, and now what we're gonna do is I've added my sentiments onto each of my pieces of fruit here, and I'm just going to flip these over and add some dimensionals on the back. So I'm going to put one dimensional at the very end of each of these, and then I'm going to do 4 on the back. All right, so I've got all of my dimensionals on the back. I'm just going to start peeling these up and adding my layers on. So I want the pear in the center here. I want that sentiment to line up to the edge right about there. Okay, so there's our cute little pear. All right, and then for the peach, I want that to line up down here in the bottom right hand corner, right about here. Okay, there's our cute peach. All right, and then for our strawberry, I want that to go up here towards the top. Line it up with the edge, and there we go. There's the strawberry. Okay, so that finishes up our cute little note card set. What do you guys think of these Fresh Fruit note cards? I love how they turned out, but you know I'm not finished yet. I had to do something to the envelopes, and these pieces of fruit were just a little bit too large for me to stamp on each of the envelopes since they're smaller, they're note card sized. So I added some designer series paper to the flap of each of my note cards just to kind of jazz those up. And all I did was cut down the designer paper to 2 inches by 6 inches. I adhered it using liquid glue and then just trimmed around the outside to make it a perfect fit. So now I have coordinating envelopes to go with each of my note cards. Love it. All right, so I hope that you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. I had a blast creating these note cards. Remember, you can find all of the measurements as well as the supplies for today's project over on my coordinating blog post. It's linked just below the video in the description notes. Also, if you do not subscribe to my blog or subscribe to my newsletter, I would recommend doing that. Later this week, I will be sharing some photos and details from my trip at On Stage this weekend. I had a blast. It was absolutely amazing. So I'll be kind of recapping that in photos. So if you're interested in taking a look at that, definitely subscribe to my newsletter and also follow my blog so that you can stay up to date. So thanks again for joining me, you guys. I appreciate each of you so very much, and I will speak to you again very soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.